What's a big city mayor to do? A day after dropping a bombshell like the one Toronto's mayor dropped on everyone yesterday, maybe you caught it. Rob Ford says he did smoke crack cocaine, but he is not resigning, not stepping aside. Ford says he was elected to do a job and he is going to keep doing it. But is he? I mean, can he? Would probably be a better question. I want to talk about what that could all mean next for his political shocker of a story. CBC's Dave Seglins is here in studio with me. So we heard that admission. You know, the mayor says, yes, he did do crack while he was in office. Question is, was the city business compromised, Dave?
Well, these are huge questions. Certainly, even his closest allies are saying he's lost moral authority. The City of Toronto's paralyzed. There are now two competing motions that are going to be brought forward, either trying to strip him of power or asking him to take a leave. So city business is compromised insofar as this scandal has consumed City Hall and eclipsed all other business on budget or public transit, some of the big ticket issues in Toronto. But there's a greater concern. We now know he smoked crack cocaine. We now know the police have a video that had fallen into hands, by all reports, of drug dealers. How did that video get made? Who was the mayor consorting with? And what was happening with that video? Was there any attempt at blackmailing the mayor or extorting the mayor? These are huge. We have
heard those words, extortion.
Well, right. When this story broke, the mayor's brother, Councillor Doug Ford, came out immediately saying, this is extortion, this is extortion. And we in the media were left, that's a really odd choice of words. Is he referring to the media's reportage of this? He stopped using that word very quickly, but in my mind, it always stuck out. I think it's a fair question to say the chief magistrate, the top political office in this city, what happened with that video? Was there any attempt to kind of manipulate or compromise the mayor? If this fell into the wrong hands, who knows what was going on behind the scenes? And those are questions that need to be answered. And I think this may get toward why the Toronto police were expending such resources. You know, they had an airplane tailing the mayor and his friend, who's now charged with extortion, trying to get the video back. It suggests to me that there's something much larger going on here than Rob Ford once or twice using crack cocaine.
Could much larger lead to further investigation of any connections to organized crime? I mean, is that now being explored?
Well, I think we've already seen demonstrated through Project Brazen, which is the top homicide police officer, looking into allegations that were coming forward, following the mayor, his close associate and friend who's charged with extortion but also accused of drug trafficking, their surreptitious meetings, exchanging of packages. Whether that's organized crime or not, we know that grew out of a larger police investigation into drug dealers in Rob Ford's area. There was a murder of one of those individuals, Anthony Smith, who's pictured with Rob Ford outside a suspected drug house. He's been killed. What's more, another individual, the guy who's said to have been part of the Dixon City Bloods group of people, who the Toronto Star says was the guy trying to sell the video, he was arrested, he's in jail, he's been stabbed. There is a whole set of very serious crimes and relationships and things going on here that the public doesn't know. We in the media, investigative journalists, are trying to dig down, trying to get at this, but it really goes to the core of what happened with this video, to what degree was there any attempt to influence the mayor, and what efforts were made by the mayor's friend, Alexandra Lisi, who's charged, or potentially others, to get this video back.
What are you watching for today? Because it seems like there's something new that comes out every day, if not every hour.
Well, we don't know, to be honest. This is so many different things have sort of taken us aback. I think we are all going back to the police documents. Now that we know there is a video and that he did indeed use crack, we can view the police documents that were filed with the court. It's a search warrant application. In there are all sorts more clues that will help begin to address some of the questions I'm raising. Also, I think we need to look at what's happening at City Hall, the efforts by councillors to either bring motions forward or what kind of public statements they make today. And also, we're looking forward to tomorrow. The Toronto Police Services Board is meeting. Now, we know that the chair of the board, which is the oversight body for the police, they're having an in-camera meeting with the chief of police. There's been a complaint by the mayor's brother about the conduct of the police chief. They have to consider that. But also we know that the police chief is going to be offering an update and insight in camera to those overseers, including an offer to show them the Rob Ford video.
Right.
Now, I will say that the chair of the board is saying, well, I'm a little reluctant to get into viewing the video at this point. That gets into the operational investigative side. They may not need to do that, but certainly the story is evolving, and much more to come on the circumstances of the video and the political fallout for Rob Ford.
And we're on it. Thank you so much, Dave. CBC's Dave Seglins.